Welcome back to Conversations with Jennifer. Jennifer is an estate planning attorney. And Jennifer, today we're going to talk about, the process of working with an attorney. You get this big packet that you're supposed to fill out that has like all your information in it. And sometimes it can be overwhelming. What's in that packet and why is it important?
Okay. So yeah, typically when we connect with potential clients or new clients for the first time, we send them what we call an estate planning questionnaire. And this is a lengthy document. It's a document that typically requests the clients their information. So, contact information, citizenship, social security number, marriages, so their kind of personal information, also information about their children. Who, legal names, dates of birth, all of that. And then we have a relative section. So do you have certain family relatives who will be a part of your estate plan, either on the trustee role or the beneficiary role? So we ask for kind of additional information about extended family members. And then the next section is all about asset information. And it's kind of a laundry list of different types of assets that are out there for discussion purposes. Do you have real estate? Do you have bank accounts? Do you have stock or brokerage accounts, either retirement or non-retirement brokerage accounts? Do you have business interests? Do you have life insurance? Kind of a laundry list. And then who owns it? Is it owned by both spouses, one spouse? Is it separate property, community property? How's title held? Is it jointly held? Is it just in each spouse's or a spouse's individual name? And then the final section is a general kind of list of the specific fiduciaries or people who you may want to be involved in your estate plan. And we kind of separate it by your trust, who's going to be the trustee and successor trustee, your wills, who's going to be your executor, and then your healthcare directive, who's going to be making your medical decisions for you, and then who's going to be making your financial decisions under your durable general power of attorney. And so it is a lengthy document. It can absolutely be overwhelming, Amar, as you said at the beginning. But the reason why we do this kind of on the front end is because estate planning is it's a very personal process. And not only do we need to be aware of your personal information, again, are you a citizen? Planning is different for citizens versus non-citizens.
Yeah,
do you have children? Right? Yeah,
because I was thinking like all these personal pieces of information, like they probably have an impact on how you create your estate plan, right?
Correct. Yeah. And what types of assets you have. We do ask for fair market value. I always tell clients, I'm not too concerned about the exact dollar amount. I just want a ballpark so I can see, is 75% of your estate held in retirement plans? Or is 75% held in real estate? What is the makeup of your asset holdings? And so if I can see like kind of general fair market value so that we can look at it globally, that also impacts your estate plan, because as we've discussed in the past, different assets are distributed differently. Sometimes we transfer them into the trust, sometimes we don't, and they go based on a beneficiary designation. So having a snapshot of an individual's assets are really important. Also, an individual's trusted advisors, people like yourself, Amar, who are financial advisors, giving them financial advice. Their accountant, who's their accountant? So if we know kind of their team already in place, that's helpful as well. So it's just kind of a starting point. And then I walk through a lot of this information during my initial meeting with clients. And we walk through, what are their assets? Do they have documents in place right now? What is their family makeup? Do they have the right family member to act as a trustee for them, for a financial power of attorney, for a healthcare document? So we kind of walk through all those documents. So if they provide me with some of this initial information to start, it makes that initial meeting that much more productive. And then we have a starting point as far as what their assets are and how to get them transferred into the trust.
Yeah, no, that's great. So I think there's like three key takeaways, right? So like knowing the people involved allows
Mhm.
you to structure like the right documents, the right type of trust for your specific situation, like tailoring it to
Correct.
you. Knowing the titling of accounts or the type of accounts will let us know if you're transferring it via a trust or just for outright beneficiaries or directly to named people. And then the composition of your overall net worth or estate is important because there could be illiquidity issues. There could be
Correct.
things that are held like a closely held family business, and how you want those different pieces to be divided up, I think is really important. And I think one thing that most people that don't feel comfortable sharing this is pretty clear that you may not have that openness that you need with an estate planner. So, like, how important is it to have a strong relationship with your estate planner?
So obviously this will kind of depend on the client to a certain extent, but I feel as, an estate planning attorney, I am trusted with a lot of very, very sensitive information. And I take that job very seriously to hold that information confidential and make sure we plan accordingly based on all of that information they've provided to me. The client should feel that same, confidence and comfort on their side as well, or else they're not going to be inclined to share the information that I really need to do my job well. And I always say, being an estate planning attorney is pretty close to being like kind of just a general practitioner, because I get calls from clients all the time with questions or issues. I can't answer them, so I'm not practicing in that area of the law. But their son Johnny got a DUI. Who, do I know an attorney who can help with that? Or their daughter's getting married. Do you know someone who does a prenup? So if you have that relationship already in place, it helps them in other areas of their lives as well. And that's part of what I want to achieve as an estate planning attorney, is to get that level of confidence and trust from my clients when working with me.
Yeah, and who doesn't want that? And Jennifer's so likable. So if you have a plug here, Jennifer, like I guess you meet with people, right? Like initially, I
I
think
do.
yeah.
Yeah, so I always do an introductory meeting. COVID has made things a little bit different, so sometimes I'll do that via Zoom. But I like meeting with potential clients to start. I don't charge for that initial meeting, so it's an opportunity to get to know me, ask me questions, get a sense of the process, how I work, what the costs will be. And I always welcome people to reach out to me, give me a call. We'll set up an appointment or a Zoom and, walk through the process. And there's no charge for that. So it's a good opportunity for me to get to know the potential client and the potential client to get to know me. So
Awesome. So if you're watching this, you should reach out to Jennifer and please like, and if you have any comments, please put them below. Thank you for watching.
thank you.